Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Learnopedia. Let's succeed. In the last video, we started with the second chapter of algebra, that is quadratic equations, and we covered most of the topics in that. That is, the first was what is a quadratic equation, how are these quadratic equations formed. Then we saw the standard form of a quadratic equation, and also we saw some of the methods to solve that, right? We saw two methods for that, that is the factorization method and the other was the completing the square method. So these were the two methods we saw in the last video. Today we are going to see the following topics, that is formula for solving a quadratic equation, nature of roots of a quadratic equation, the relation between roots of the quadratic equation and coefficients, and the last topic is to obtain a quadratic equation having given roots. So these are the topics we are going to see in this video. The applications of quadratic equations, I have kept it for the next video. That is I will dedicate that video to completely to that topic. So in this video we will see only these topics, and let's see now what are the topics one by one. So our first topic is formula for solving a quadratic equation. In the last video we saw two methods for solving the quadratic equation, right? First was the factorization method, and the second was completing the square method. So these were the two methods which we learned. Now we are going to see a simple formula for solving the quadratic equation. Suppose we have a quadratic equation of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? This is the general form of quadratic equation, right? We have seen this in the last video. So I'm not going to explain you the complete derivation here because it's not that necessary, and if you want the derivation you can just see in your textbooks. It is I will just give you a hint for that. It is solved by the completing the square method. So, and they have got a formula, that is x is equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So this is the formula for finding the roots of the quadratic equation. Now you will say there is only one equation and there is only one formula for that, and how can we say we will get two roots? See, if you notice here we have a plus and minus sign here, so we can just separate that and we can write it as x is equal to minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and x is also equal to minus b minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Okay, so these are the two formulas, or you can say this is the only one formula for that, and only thing you have to remember here is plus and minus sign. So this is the only one formula which you have to remember, and the that is b, a and c are the coefficients of the given quadratic equations. So just we have to see what is the value of b, a and c and substitute it in this formula and get the value of x roots. So we will get two roots, right? Because it is a quadratic equation, as I have explained in the previous video. So we will get two roots here, and we can just name them as alpha and beta, right? So generally alpha is bigger than beta because alpha is this formula wala root, that is plus wala root, and beta is minus wala. So generally we consider that, but if it is said that ki alpha is less than beta, then you can just consider that alpha is equal to minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, right? And beta will be ulta of that, that is it will have a plus sign here, right? So these are the two roots we can say of that given equation, that is alpha and beta. If we substitute this alpha and beta in the given equation, it will satisfy the equation, right? We will get the equation value to be 0. So this is a simple formula which we can use for finding the roots of the equation. And yes, these are the three methods which are given in your textbooks. You have to use them and solve the given equations, right? So also there is another method, that is the graphical method. For example, if there is a curve given to you, that is x square wala curve, quadratic equation ka curve, and a line is given to you. So using that two lines, using that two curves or something, you can just plot that curve and line and get the values of x there, roots, like which, for example, see, if we have a curve like this, given equation ka curve, then and a line, right? So this is the line. Now this line will intersect in two parts of the curve, right? So this is the one and this is the second. So these are the roots of the given quadratic equation there. So this is how we solve it by graphical method, but this method is not there in your syllabus, so just don't concentrate on that. There is only one example given which you can just see and get extra info about that, nothing else. So only thing you have to remember is factorization method, completing the square method, and this formula method. So using this formula method, we are going to see many more things, that is the roots, correlation, and many more things. So just concentrate on this formula and don't forget that, okay? This will be used lifelong in your further studies also, so don't forget the formula. So moving to the next topic. Before moving to the next topic, we will solve one question based on that formula. So we will start by comparing the given equation with the standard form of the quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Now this equation we will compare it by the given equation, this is a, okay, and from that we will get the values of a, b and c. So in this equation, what is the value of a is 1, value of b is 10 and value of c is 2. So we got the values of these things, right? Now we have to remember the formula. Now what is the formula? X is equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac, this is 4, divided by 2a. So this is a formula, and if you see here, it is a little difficult for you because if you directly substitute that values in this part, you will get a little confused. So what we will do is, we will just remove this value separately, okay? So which value we need to remove is b square minus 4ac. So we will just substitute the value of b here, that is b is 10 ka square minus 4 into what is a, 1 into 1 into c, that is 2. So we need to get the value of this, that is 10 square is 100 minus 4 into 1 into 2, which will be 8. So 100 minus 8 is 92, right? Now we got the value of this thing. Now we are just going to substitute these values in the formula. Now x is equal to minus b. What is b? b is 10. So minus 10 plus minus root of, we have got the value of this, right? So it is 92 divided by 2 into a, that is 1. Again we will write it as x is equal to minus 10 plus minus root of 92 divided by 2. Now can we just factorize this and get it in the form of surds? Yes, we can do that. We will just factorize it, and what we will get is x is equal to minus 10 plus minus root of 4 into 23. Now you can just check that I have factorized it and got these values, so you can just check yourselves, okay? And we will see that this 4 can come out of the square root, right? It is a perfect square, so we can write it as minus 10 plus minus, after this 4 comes out, we will get here 2 root of 23 divided by 2. Now since this is a prime number, it cannot be factorized further, right? So it will remain root 23. In this number, that is minus 10 plus minus 2 root 23, we can just take 2 common from both the numbers, right? So we will do that. That is 2, sorry, this will be 2, and again this is minus 5, because 2 into minus 5 will be minus 10, right? So plus minus this 2 will, we have taken it already out, so it will be only 23, root 23 divided by 2. Now this 2 and this 2 will get cancelled, and we will get the answer as minus 5 plus minus root of 23. So this is a final answer, and we can write it as x is equal to minus 5 plus minus, sorry, this will be plus, so plus 23, and or x is equal to minus 5 minus root 23. So these are our two roots for this quadratic equation. And yes, it is simple. We have to just compare the equation, get the values of a, b, c, and just substitute that values in the given formula and get the roots. So it is simple, and you can use it anywhere for finding such roots of quadratic equation. But if it is asked in your exam to solve it by factorization method or the completing square method, you have to solve it by that method, okay, or else your marks will get cut. So don't use this formula because it is easy. Just follow the instructions there. So we will move to the next topic now.
Topic is nature of roots of a quadratic equation. Now in the previous question we just find the value of b square minus 4ac. Now everything in this topic is based on that b square minus 4ac. Why? Because that value comes under a square root, right? So according to that value we are going to decide what is the nature of the roots of that equation. Okay, see, we have that value under the square root, like b square root of b square minus 4ac. Now whether it is 0 or whether it is less than 0 or whether it is greater than 0, it will tell us the nature of the roots. So we will start with the first condition. We have 3 conditions in total, and the first condition is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Now what if this b square minus 4ac gets equal to 0? Our equation is x is equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, right? If this thing becomes 0, what will remain is minus b upon 2a, right? In we will get both the roots same, right? Whether it is plus or minus, it is going to be 0 na in this thing. So we are going to get minus b upon 2a for both the roots. Hence they say that the roots of the equation are real and equal for the first case, that is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Now the second case is b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Now what that means is, if b square minus 4ac is positive, that is greater than 0, right? If it is less than 0, it will be negative. So we want that b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. We will get the value of the this equation to be the roots of the equation to be real and unequal. So this is what we get if the value of b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. The third condition is b square minus 4ac is less than 0. Now what will happen if this b square minus 4ac will be negative? See, we have not learned still what is the negative of a square root, na? Like if this value becomes negative, that is minus 4 or minus 6, what will happen? How are we going to get the square root of a negative term, right? So it is the nature of the roots of the equations are not real here. They will be imaginary. So the only thing you have to remember here is nature of the roots is not real. In the b square minus 4ac is less than 0 in this condition. So these are the 3 conditions you have to remember every time for finding the roots. And the nature of the roots totally depends on the value of b square minus 4ac, as we have seen here, and it is called as the discriminant of a quadratic equation. So this term, that is b square minus 4ac, is called as the discriminant, and it is named as delta, that is this triangle. Okay, so we can write it as triangle is equal to b square, that is delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So this is how we can write it, and we will solve a question based on that. So generally the question are find the value of the discriminant, or what is the nature of the roots, find the value of the discriminant, and tell us the nature of roots. So these are the questions based on this topic. Now I have taken only the find the value of discriminant wala question. So here is the question, that is root of x root 2x square plus 4x plus 2 root 2 is equal to 0. Now we have to find the value of discriminant. Now what is the discriminant? B square minus 4ac will be our discriminant, right? So for that we need to compare this equation with the general form of the quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. From this we will get the values of a, b and c. Now what is the value of a? A is equal to root 2, b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 2 root 2. So these are the values we get after comparing, and now we are going to substitute these value in this. Now we can say it as delta is equal to, now what I have said is delta is equal to b square minus 4ac, right? So delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. We are going to substitute these value, that is 4 cos square minus 4 into root 2 into c, that is 2 root 2. So further on substituting that is 16 minus 4 into root 2 into root 2 is 2. So it will be 2, and 4 into 2 is 8 into 2, this wala 2. So it will become 16. So 16 is equal to 0. So 16 minus 16 is 0. So what we got, the value of b square minus 4ac is 0. Now we know what is this, like if it is b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, what are the nature of roots? The nature will be the roots are real and equal, because the whole term gets 0 and we get the value of roots as x is equal to minus b upon 2a, right? So this is how we solve it, and from this from this topic we need to know only the nature of the roots, and we solve the questions according to that. And also we first find the value of b square minus 4ac, then we get to know what are the nature of the roots, and then we just find the roots of that. So if the value is less than 0, that is minus, we don't proceed further because we don't know the roots of minus of anything, right? Square root of that. So yes, this is all about this topic, and we will move to the further topic now. The next topic is the relation between roots of the quadratic equation and coefficients. Now we know that alpha and beta are the roots of the equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 from that equation, right? So we will just first write that equation, that is alpha is equal to minus b plus minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, and beta is equal to minus b minus root, sorry, this it is only plus here, so we will just make that correction, and this is minus. So here it is plus. So we have these two roots, that is minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So these are the two roots, and we need to get the relation between these two roots and the coefficients of the general form of the quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c. This is because we have written this these roots for this general form, right? So based on that we will find the relation between these two. That is, first is, suppose we just add these two equations, or we just add these two roots, what we will get is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a plus minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So we are just adding those two equations, and if you see here, the denominator of both the equations is 2a, so it is same. We can just directly add and subtract the numerator. So we can just subtract this, that is root of b square minus 4ac plus, and this is minus, so we can just subtract that, right? We can just cancel it out, and what we will get is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon this minus b and this minus b upon 2a. Denominator is common, so minus 2b upon 2a. Now this 2 will get cancelled from both the numerator and denominator, and what we will get is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. So this is the first relation which we get, that is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a. I will just highlight that so you will get to know here. And the second relation is alpha into beta is equal to c upon a. Now I'm not going to derive it here. You can just try it on yourselves and get the value of alpha into beta is equal to c by a. So I will just tell you the answer, and you can just try by just equating those by just multiplying those two roots. Okay, so this alpha into beta is equal to c by a. Now what we get is, we get two relations from that, that is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha into beta is equal to c by a. So these are the two relations we get between the roots and coefficients of the quadratic equation, and we use them for solving the sums further. So I have taken one example here, that is the difference between the roots of the equation x square minus 13x plus k is equal to 0 is 7. Find k. Now what they have given is, we know the difference between the two roots. Now suppose we take two roots as alpha and beta, so the equation roots are alpha and beta, and what they have given is alpha minus beta is equal to 7. This is what they have given. What is the equation is x square minus 13x plus k is equal to 0, right? So this is our equation, and we can just compare it with our general form of quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So we are just writing it here. Now we can compare and get the values of a, b and c. So a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 13, and c is equal to k. Now we know two relations for this, right? Alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha into beta is equal to c by a. So from that we can find the value of c, that is k, and we need to get the value of k, right, from by solving that equation. So what we can do is, see, we can just get the value of alpha plus beta, that is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and we know my b is minus 13, so is equal to minus into minus 13 divided by 1. So we will get the value of alpha plus beta is equal to 13, right? And they have given us that alpha minus beta is equal to 7. We can just add these equations and get the value of one of the roots. See, how we can do that is, alpha, same thing which we did in linear equations. So we can just add them and get the value of one of the roots. So after adding that, this gets eliminated and we get 2 alpha is equal to 13 plus 7 is 20. Then alpha is equal to 20 divided by 10. We get the value of alpha as 10. Now so if we substitute this value of alpha in one of the given equations, that is alpha minus beta,
or alpha plus beta, we will get the value of beta. So we are going to substitute in this equation. That is, suppose we take this equation as 1. So alpha minus beta is equal to 7, and we substitute that 10 here. So 10, this beta goes on the other side and the 7 comes on the other side. So 10 minus 7 is equal to beta. Therefore beta is equal to 3. Right, we got the values of both the these things, what, roots. So after that, we have one more relation between the coefficients and the roots. So what we can do is alpha beta is equal to c by a. Right, now we know the value of a, that is 1. So what we will get is alpha beta is equal to c. Now here we know the values of alpha and beta, so we can just substitute and get the values of c. So c is equal to, alpha is 10 and beta is 3. So what we get is 10 into 3 is equal to 30. And this c is equal to k, right? From the above things which we got to know. And from that we get that c is equal to k is equal to 30. So this is how we can find the values of the unknown things and or the unknown coefficients from the equation by using these relations. That is, we have these two relations, alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a, and alpha into beta is equal to c by a. So you have to remember this. And also sometimes they ask you to find the alpha cube plus beta cube value or alpha square plus beta square value. These you can find by using the identities. So I will tell you, we will just see one example how we will solve that. So yes, we will move to that example now. Now here we have the second example of the same concept. So using that concept, that is the relation between the coefficients and the roots of the equation, we have to solve this question. Okay, so the question is, if alpha and beta are the roots of x square plus 5x minus 1 is equal to 0, then find the value of alpha cube plus beta cube. Here they have given us the equation, and using the relations we have to find the value of this. So this is what we have to do in this question. Now the given equation is x square plus 5x minus 1 is equal to 0. Now we have to remove the value of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. Now why this is? Because if you remember the identity, that is a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b ka whole square minus 3ab into a plus b. We have to use this identity. Instead of a and b, we are just going to replace that a and b with alpha and beta. So what we will get is alpha cube plus beta cube is equal to alpha plus beta ka whole cube minus 3 alpha into beta, then plus into alpha plus beta. So this is what we get. Now for this, getting this value, we need the values of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. After we get that values, we can directly substitute it here and get the value of this. So this is what we have to do. Now how we will get that values is, we have this relation, that is alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a, and alpha into beta is equal to c by a. So we have to use this and get the values of that. We have, for getting the values of b and a, we need to compare this equation with the general form of the quadratic equation. From that we get a is equal to 1, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to minus 1. So we get the value of alpha plus beta is equal to minus b upon a, that will be minus 5 upon a, that is 1. Therefore we get alpha plus beta is equal to minus 5, right? So this is, we have put it in the box. Then we need to know the value of alpha into beta. So that is c upon a. Now the value of c is, if we see in this equation, we have removed it here, that is -1. So we just substitute that there and get -1 upon a ka value is 1. So we get alpha into beta is equal to -1. Again we put it in the box. Now we have the main equation, that is alpha cube plus beta cube is equal to alpha plus beta ka whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. So this is the equation, and now we can substitute the values here, right? So what is the value of alpha plus beta? We have got it as -5. So we will substitute that value here. We will get it as -5 ka whole cube minus 3 into alpha into beta की value is -1 into, again it is alpha plus beta, so it will be -5, right? So -5 का whole cube will be -125. 5 का cube is 5 का cube is 125 and -5 का cube will be -125, right? So -125, this is minus, this will be 3 into -1 will be -3, then again -3 into -5, that will be +15 now, and this minus sign is already there, so +15. Now we can just subtract or add it because minus will add that and we will get a minus sign out, right? So we are going to add that and we get the value as -40. So we got the value of alpha cube plus beta cube is equal to -140. So this is how we get the values of alpha cube plus beta cube, and similar way we can get the value of alpha square plus beta square by using the different identities which we learned previously. So this is how we solve the questions using the relations between the relations between the root of the quadratic equation and the coefficients of the quadratic equation. And this is all for this topic. We will move to the next topic now. Our next topic is to obtain a quadratic equation having given roots. Now till now what we did is we had a quadratic equation and we find the roots of the equation by using various methods, right? Now what we are going to do is they will give us the roots and we do not know the quadratic equation. We have to find that equation using that roots. Okay, this is what we have to do in this topic. So they have given this expression and I will tell you how this expression came. So for now we can just consider the general form of the quadratic equation, that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If we divide this equation throughout by a, what we will get is, suppose I am saying that dividing this equation by a, what we will get is a divided by a x square plus b by a x plus c by a is equal to 0. Now this a and a will get cancelled. We get it as x square plus b by a x plus c by a is equal to 0. Now can we write this as x square minus of minus b by a into x plus c by a? Yes, we can write it as this because minus and minus will get plus and we will again get the same equation. So it doesn't matter if we write it as this. Now if you notice here, this minus b by a, we can write it as alpha plus beta, because alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. We got it by the relation between the roots of the quadratic equation and the coefficients. So this relation we got there, and again if you see, alpha into beta is equal to c by a, right? So we can just substitute these values here and here, right? Because this is similar. So what we get is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta is equal to 0. This is the same thing which they have given us in above, that is x square minus addition of the roots into x plus product of the roots is equal to 0, and this is the same thing which we have proved. So this is how we got this relation, and this is how we can form the quadratic equation when the roots are given to us. Okay, So let's move to an example related to this topic. Now the example says that obtain the quadratic equation if the roots are -3 and -7. In this question they have given us two roots, that is -3 and -7. So we can just write it as let alpha is equal to -3 and beta is equal to -7, right? Then what we can do is, we know this expression, that is x square is minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta is equal to 0 will give us the required quadratic equation, right, from this roots. So what we can do is, we can just find the value of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta and just substitute that values here. So what we will get is alpha square minus we need to find the values of alpha and alpha plus beta na. So we will just cancel this, and alpha plus beta ki value we will find, that is -3 -7. It is -7 here na. So -3 and -7 will give us -10. So this is what we have got, and alpha into beta will give us -3 into -7, right? So don't get confused here, because I have written -3 and -7. Anyways there is plus, so it won't change your sign, right? It is the same, -3 plus -7, right? So don't get confused there. And -3 into -7 is equal to 21, because minus will get plus, and 3 into 7 is 21. So we got the values of these, and now we are going to substitute these values into this equation. So let's see, x square, substitute the values as you have got with the sign in the equation, you will get the required equation. So I'm going to substitute that x square minus of 10x plus 21 is equal to 0. Now x square, this minus will get plus 10x plus 21 is equal to 0. This is our required quadratic equation when the two roots are -3 and -7. So this is how we can just find the roots, we can find the equation if they have given us the roots. So till now we have learned the methods to find the roots, and the relation between the roots and the coefficients, then the nature of the roots, and this was the last topic for today. So let's summarize what we have learned till in this video. First thing which we learned is the formula for finding the roots of the quadratic equation. From that we got that alpha is equal to -ba plus root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a, and beta is equal to -b minus of root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So this is the formula which we have to remember throughout our education, because it is generally used many times, and the derivation for this is given in your textbook. So if you want, you can just see in your textbooks, and I have also given you the hint for that, right? So you will get to know easily. The next thing which we learned is the relation between the roots of the quadratic equation and the coefficients of the quadratic equation. The first relation was alpha plus beta is equal to -b by a, and the second relation was alpha into beta is equal to c by a. So these are the two relations which we learned, and from that we got the values of alpha cube plus beta cube, and then also we just finded the unknown coefficient from the equation, that k value, right? So this is how you can utilize these relations in solving the sums. The next thing which we learned is the nature of roots of quadratic equation, which totally depends on the b square minus 4ac ki value, right? And this b square minus 4ac value is called as the discriminant, and it is denoted by delta, this triangle shape. Then in that topic, the nature of the roots wala topic, we learned three conditions. The first condition was, if the delta, that is the b square minus 4ac value is 0, the roots of the quadratic equation are real and equal. Now I told you the reason why it is equal, right? The next condition is, if the delta value is greater than 0, then the roots of the quadratic equation are real and unequal. If the delta is less than 0, then the roots of quadratic equation are not real. They will be imaginary. Then that imaginary concept is not there for you still. It will be in your further classes, right? So it is not that important. The only thing you want remember is these three conditions, right? And you know how did that came. So yes, you have to remember these conditions and the formula throughout. The next thing which we learned is we knew the roots, and then we finded the quadratic equation from that, right? Using this expression, that is x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta is equal to 0. So this is how we finded the equation, like by finding the values of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta, and then substituting it in this expression, right? It is that easy. And yes, I hope I have made this chapter a little easy for you, because it is a bit confusing. Not that confusing, but yes, I agree it is confusing, right? I hope I made this chapter easy for you. And the last topic is the applications of quadratic equations, which I will teach you in the next video, right? So this is all for this video. And yes, thank you for watching my video, guys. Also, please do like, share and subscribe my channel. Share it with your friends who are in 10th standard right now. They will also get a knowledge from this. And yes, thank you for watching the video.